Good afternoon. Welcome to the Open Gate Show for Saturday, October 2, 9-race card. First, I must apologize for the absence of the Open Gate Show last week due to personal issues. I hope you did well, or maybe even better without the Open Gate Show. Oh no, I know you can't. Remember, we must always keep hydrated, and what else to drink than Jamaica's pure pride bottled water, pure water. I dare you to experience the taste. Wearing your mask is very important, so too sanitizing your hands, and surely practice social distancing as best as you can. The 2021 Trainers Championship is all the talk around, and the fat lady has been undecided on what to write for her song. Trainer Jason DaCosta, he has horses in 6 races, while reigning champion trainer Anthony Nunes has 3 races that he has entries in, and all those 3 races are the same race as Jason DaCosta. Quite interesting. Some are saying that Jason DaCosta will take over the lead after tomorrow's race meet. Well, we'll see about that. I must make a comment on 2 things. One, well, it engulfs the other, so it's only one thing. On social media, there are people who are proposing to the promoting company, Supreme Ventures Racing Entertainment Limited, that they should name some of the races with great horses, or even horsemen, trainers, jockeys, even grooms from the past. Horses like 830, Indian Flame, Mercury, Brockton, etc. Just to revive the past, and it would be a good thing. I noticed tomorrow's race meets. It's all about reggae rock steady trophy, reggae skanking trophy, and all these things. Well, I know some are gonna blast me for this, but really, come on. What does reggae have to do with horse racing to be having trophies? Why not even adding one of our great horse, like Etu or those horses, along with it? But anyway, that's the way it is, and it seemingly we have to accept it. First race starts at 11:30 a.m. 10 starters, they go 6 furlongs or 1,200 meters for native-bred trios who have never won 2 races, as well as imported trios and up who are maidens. This is section 1. Number 1, Unruly Boss from the stables of Jason DaCosta. Won well on debut and went up in class on the 22nd of September, going 5 furlongs straight, and drew 1. And try as Anthony Thomas tried, Unruly Boss, still a green animal, couldn't get there and lost by a head. The second to Taurus Boy. Unruly Boss will be experiencing the curves for the first time and should be able to do so and handle these. Number 5, Vanessa, on the 18th of September, going this journey of 6 furlongs, which is tomorrow's journey, with first-time figure it fitted, ran an improved race and tried to make it a pole-to-pole affair, but it was caught by Jason DaCosta's Ian the Lynx, a short head. Good ride, from the leading rider and co-champion jockey Anthony Thomas and Ian Link to catch Vanessa napping. Ian Link is no part of Unruly Boss. Well, that's my opinion. So, regardless of a slight pull in this case for Vanessa, I'm expecting number 1 Unruly Boss to have her measured. Number 6, Heart of the Sea, another Jason Lacoste entry here. This one is owned by his mom, Elizabeth. And I've raced 4 times, all with female apprentice Abigail Abel. Last twice she ran, were very poor. Well, she ran above her head. She's back among horses that she can compete with. And Heart of the Sea should have a fair chance of working fairly well. Well, a fair chance of finishing 2nd or 3rd. Number 8, Curlin's Flight, a Tucky perfect colt who has shown some use, and chances are one could look for a minor placing with this one. Number 9, Will the Conqueror, came off a not too bad run on last on the straight on the 22nd of September. That race that Unruly Boss was in and ran 6.5 at 7th at 26-1. Much lighter now, should be fitter for this, and I'm expecting an improved effort. Number 1, Unruly Boss, that's my selection from number 5, Vanessa. Number 6, Heart of the Sea. Number 8, Current Flight. Number 9, Will the Conqueror. Race 2, they go 1,100 meters or 5.5 furlongs. 7 were declared. This is for native bred trios. It's a made special weight race. Number 2, Princess Elani, ran very well, showed a lot of speed on the round course on the 4th of September. Was the leader up to the furlong point and faded a bit, but held 2nd, 4 lengths behind Silent Miss. Dizzy, who was behind, came back and won. Dizzy was 1.5 lengths behind Princess Elani. Will be having the blinkers off. That equipment she had on both her starts. Well, the first time she was expected to run on the 28th of August, the jockey fell, blinkers were on. Anyway, the figure is on now. And it was also on Saturday 25th on the exercise track, where he easily beat Ajita, going 5 furlongs in 101 on the 5th, very, very easily. Princess Elani should improve on that last effort and could be a danger to all. Number 3, Sunset Silhouette, another Jason Lacoste starter here on the card. Half to She's a Manita, and well, the list goes on. This one is bred Northern Giant, was all the rage on debut, 11th of September, but I noticed how green she looked. As a matter of fact, I don't think she's as good as She's a Manita or anywhere near that, or even other siblings, but she's a late developer and she could blossom up and be a formidable filly in the making. Number 4, Take a Punt, another Jason Lacoste entry here, should fill the minor placing. Number 5, Slammer, a debutant, born the 7th of March, Bay Court by Savoy Stamp, out of Fedora by Nuclear Wayne. Bred Milady Azan, Richard Azan, Wilbert Bagwandi, and Dr. Brown, trainer, Richard Azan, who is part owner also. The groom, Kirkland Samuel, the Cardinals rides, a well-built colt who looks good on exercise track. Not really all that experience, although he has been here for a while, but looks to be a good one and is expected to fight out the finish for top honors. Number 6, Phoenix Risen, hails from the barn of Philip Michael Fiani. Ran twice, stockily built Chestnut Colt, who had settled down a bit. Not sure he had settled down enough, but working okay. And worked against stable companion Princess Shooting Star on Friday the 24th, and was 2 lengths behind that one. After that run was one that worked very easily. First time Lasix is on, as well as Visor, and the tongue tie is off. I'm expecting Phoenix Rhythm to run her best race yet. Number 7, Eddie 29, another debutant. This horse was bought the 12th of March. A chested coat by Northern John Otis Gold Star Dancer by Shuffling Madness. Philip Azar, the owner. At this point in time, the Open Gate Show applauds Philip Andrew Azar for being a humanitarian and not having much horses to race, but I hope that he will be having much more. The Open Gate Show applauds you, sir. There are different strains. Patrick Graham, my apologies, Doc. Patrick Graham, the breeder. O'Neill Stevens, the groom. Eddie 29 has shown use on the exercise track and could get part of the lower exotics. But I'm selecting number 5, Slammer, from number 2, Princess Elani. Number 6, Phoenix Rhythm. Number 4, Second Punch. Number 3, Sunset Silhouette. We go to race 3, and this race goes 1,820 meters, or 925 yards. 7 were declared for native at 4s and up, who have never won 2 races, as well as imported 4s and up, who are maidens. Number 1, Bold Sammy, a U.S. importee, bred to get a distance of ground, but has had some issues. Not shown much in all his career. And going 2 turns at this stage in his condition, I'm a bit iffy. But I remember on the 23rd of April going 925 yards. This horse it didn't run all that well, although got beat by Sun City and Princess Lizzie. Let me say it, regardless Bull Sammy is light, and regardless this is a very weak field, I wouldn't be surprised if Bull Sammy loses this race. He's a horse to beat, though, that I can say. Number 3, Toughness, won't be tough enough for a win. Number 4, Funky Fashion, was at one point Eve Money favorite on the 18th of September, the last time she ran. That was about the 5 furlong straight. All drifted to 85. I was very, very surprised. Sorry, it wasn't a 5 furlong straight, it was a mile. Very, very surprised with this little horse. And he ran a heck of a race. And if he comes back in same vein tomorrow, he can get the job done. Really an improved effort. Number 5, Walls the Roses, ran on the 9th of August going this journey and was the Even Money's favorite and was missing 25 lengths, 6th, second to last, behind As You Wish, Sweet Renisha, and Dora the Butcher, who is here again. Walls the Roses, and last, going 7.5 furlongs, ran a very good race, closing to get within 4 lengths, dribbling a length fourth to Sweet Renisha, Another Cookie, and Silent Cat. I'm expecting a fair display from Walls the Roses. Number 6, Dora the Butcher. I've been knocking at the door, but could get into the top 3 and could close and win. Anyway, my liking for the race is number 4, that's Funky Fashion. Number 5, Walls the Roses. Number 1, Bull Sammy, dangerous horse, the horse to beat. And number 3, Sorry, not number 3. Number 6, Dirty Busher. Fourth race for 5 and up, the claimant race, 150 to 180,000, with nearly bet 6 and up, who have never won 2 races. And nearly bet 5 and up, who are made in 9 horses were declared. They go 6 furlongs or 1,200 meters. Number 1, Stan Roy, ran very, very, very disappointingly on the 15th of September, going 2 turns. Its trainer, Gordon Lewis, understands this horse very well. And this horse has run as dismal as in last and next out, ran a much improved race. Dangerous horse, Stan Roy. Number 2, Dash of Class, should be part of the low exotics. Number 3, Twilight Storm, has been stringing some good races and closing from well off the pace, but failing to catch those who finish in front of him at the winning post. Samantha Fletcher again rides, and she's full of confidence, and it could overflow, and she could give a good ride for this horse to win. Number 5, Explosive Charge, seen in fairly good condition and sent out by trainer Paul Hilton. It would be a good moment for me seeing Paul Hilton winning this race, because he's someone that deserves successes. Number 6, Dare to Speak, ran a cracker on the 4th of September, going 6.5 furlongs, when contesting the lead, and ended up second on a length and a half behind Synchronized. Twilight Storm, who is in this race, was a length back. Not much speed here, but going 2 turns. That's the problem. Sorry, am I mistake? Not 2 turns, going 6 furlongs. Should have a good chance, this Dare to Speak. Number 7, Rising Bob, gets back the figure 8 on after showing good form, well, a slight return to form on last 4th of September, finishing 6, 9.5 lengths behind Synchronized, Dare to Speak, Twilight Storm. Well, he's back with his usual competitors. Has the potential of bettering these. Not sure I'm liking how he looks, but this race is a suspected race, and Rising Bob could rise to the occasion. Number 8, Powerful Red, is another who is frequently raced and could run on in the almost, well, in the sure hands of apprentice O'Shane Nugent. Number 9, Reasons, could close for a top 3 slot if the pace weakens. Anyway, for me, number 3, that's Twilight Storm. From number 8, Powerful Red. Number 5, Explosive Charge. Number 9, Reasons. And number 6 rather, Dare to Speak. One of those should win. 5th race, similar to race 5, 9 horses were declared, 1,400 meters or 7 furlongs. This race is for thrills and up, an optional claimant race. And the margins are 450 to 550,000. Also eligible are nearly about 5 races and up, who've never won 4 races, as well as imported 5 and up, who has never won 3 races. Most of these horses ain't what they were early in the year, or even last season. Number 1, Buckalock, is back after that good win on the 27th of September, this was last week, when bettering easily Smokey Two Pads and Chris Hanley. Stretching out to 7 furlongs now shouldn't really be a factor, and Buckalock has a decent chance of getting into the top 5. Number 2, Key Witness, has to be right. Is she? Well, she's not a reliable sort, but is capable of handling these. Number 3, De Osadoro, string consecutive good displays since February to late May this season. I've not done much since the Cardenas gets the call again. He last ride his horse on the 15th of September, day after his last run, and finished a floundering 13.5 at 6, going this very journey of 7 furlongs behind Royal Vibes, Tall Walking Girl, and Tradition. Both are back in this race. The Fedora has to bring her A game. Number 4, Latipi, another who seems to have lost his trail. The blinkers is off, and this horse has run best with blinkers as well as tongue tie. And the tongue tie, Latipi won all his 5 current races in with it, that is off. Don't know what I can say, but Latipi is groping to find form. I personally don't see it that he has a chance of winning. Number 5, Eddie's Princess, capable of sitting in the catbird seat, and Pounce, another whose recent form, as well as his last 3 races, weren't much, and finished 3 consecutive 7th place finish at this tag. Interesting, Omar Walker gets the call for Ryan Derby, so that should be of note. Number 6, Wings Choice. Avid upset winner 21st of August was declared late on start on the 15th of September. Is back here with Rusha Lahore, and is another who is capable of winning, seeing that so many nemesis are competing against each other again in this race. Number 7, Star Walking Girl, another who will get a seat like a cat, looking at the birds, the Pounce, has been consistent and should definitely be one for a top 3 slot. Number 8, Tradition, has improved, and well, at one time he read price for a claim at 250,000, and since has moved up, and is a horse in this, that if ridden properly can win. I think he went through too early on the 15th of February, in September, going his very triple 7 furlongs, when he almost took up a running in the stretch, but faded to be 3rd, 7 lengths behind Royal Vibes and Stall Walking Girl. He was ahead behind Stall Walking Girl, and I think that he should have the better Stall Walking Girl this time around. Number 9, Milkman, the only one here who is not in for a tag, has been lurking around, and it's a dangerous horse. Regardless, he was beaten by Key Witness the last time he ran on the 9th of August, finishing 5 3/4 lengths behind that one. Tricky race, any one of these can win, including number 6, Wings Choice. Number 8, Tradition. Number 7, Star Walking Girl. Number 5, Eddie's Princess. Number 2, Key Witness. Number 9, rather, Big Man. Race 6 for native trios was number 1 2 races, as well as imported trios and up were maiden. This is section 2 of that race earlier on. 10 declared, 6 further traveled meters, remains the same distance. Number 2, Ophelia has potential and interested in a bred horse. Got his mindset together and showed what he can do. The last time this horse ran breaking his maiden on the 18th of September, when 6 furlongs in 1:30 and 3/5, winning all by 11.5 lengths. The jockey was standing tall, leaving the furlong point. Phileas could improve further and be a dangerous horse. Number 4, Genesis, came off a hiatus on the 18th of September and went through the motions and ended up 8, 16.5 lengths behind Iron's Lynx, Vanessa, and Buff Bay. Needed that race on Sunday the 26th of September. Galloped 4 furlongs flat in 48. and 3/5. Well, according to my watch, the book has 49. Well, you know, my watch could be much faster, or maybe the angle that I was at, I got the wrong time, but that's what I got. But it doesn't really matter. 49 flat for a half mile on this racetrack is good enough. And Genesis, she has the potential of taking this race. Number 5, Bridal Blush, could earn a load on the spot. Number 7, It's a Boy, also should earn a top 5 spot. Number 10, Sudden Flight, would have gotten closer if he wasn't in the favorite approaching the furlong point. Finished fourth, a length and 3/4 behind Taurus Boy and stable mate Unruly Boss. Love the 5 furlong straight course, yes, but faces a far weaker set than that last race that he ran in, that Taurus Boy won. My concern is, though, is his recent placement in the 750,000 claiming tag. You know, I wonder why. I don't know. But I have to select this horse right now to win. Sudden Flight could give Jason Acosta a sudden flight to be much closer to the reigning champion, Anthony Nunes, in money earned, or maybe could take him into Sudden Flight in the lead. Number 10, Sudden Flight for me. From number 2, Phileas. Number 4, Genesis. Top 3 horses. One of those should win. Number 5, Bridal Blush. Number 9, Alimony, for those who plays the exotic. Comes to race 7. 9 declared. 5 furlongs round or 1,000 meters round. This is for native bred fuel. It's a maiden special weight race. Number 1, Uncle Chico, a debutant, born the 6th of April, a chested filly by a land tamer out of Alison B, by a traditional Linwood Calder, own and trained this horse. Walton Richards is the breeder, Michael Chambers the groom. On Chico has been around for a while, but will surely need this race. Number 4, Cruella, interested in a bred horse, and as a 2-year-old, was showing a lot of dash on the exercise track. Not sure how this one is at present, especially seeing that he was a bit uncomfortable returning to the unsaddled enclosure on the 22nd of September after the race out the straight. Ran twice, blinkers were on both occasions. It's off now, and Dick Cardenas is on for the first time. Well, after that race on the 22nd that I mentioned, he came back a little uncomfortable. A week after, Wednesday the 29th, he strode out the gate, easily. 5 furlong in 108 and a 5th. Cruella, I wouldn't be surprised if she wins. Number 5, more scored. Small, lanky, light frame horse. I've been weakening in his best races that he ran, especially the last 2. Have number 6, Paraiso, to accompany him in this race. Both started on 5 days ago, and both ran in the 6th furlong. More scored, lost by 2 3/4 lengths, finishing 3rd in a faster time than number 6, Paraiso, whose race was won in 1:15 and 3/5. I'm giving the edge to Morse Code over number 6, Paraiso. Number 6, Paraiso, though, showed some use when trying to make the pole-to-pole fair and got caught by Honey Bunch in that last race. I must point it out, though, this last race, first half mile was in 48 and 2/5, compared to Morse Code, who was in the first race, First half mile was 47 3/5. Paraisals time should have been faster. It's cooler, and normally the last race, because of the climatic conditions, is much faster than the earlier run races. Anyway, that's a fact, but facts are not always resulting in victory. Number 7, Colorado Danger, quickly back. I've been running quite a number of races without success. Very light, nicely on the handicap, and should be a formidable opponent for a top 3 slot. Number 8, another vigorous, another who is quickly back. We'll be having first up cheek pieces on. The figure it will be off. Could be part of the low exotics. Number 9, Whispered Magic, tiny horse, who has been showing consistency in the last 3 times she ran, and could be there or thereabout in the low exotics. Number 4, Cruella, from number 5, Morse Code. Number 7, Colorado. Number 7, Colorado Ranger. Number 6, Pariza, top 4. Number 9 could or should be in the 4th, 5th spot. 8 race, 7 were declared. A lot of small fields. The first and last race are the 2 biggest fields. 6 followers, 1,200 meters, 7 declared. This race is named in honor of I'm Satisfied, horse trained by Feliciano, bred and owned by Joe Elani. Was a very good horse. Winston Griffiths ride his horses plenty, and he was a consistent one. Children Up, open allowance race. Very interesting race indeed. Number 1, El Professor, 6-year-old Big Gelding by Casual Chick, out of the principal by Space Link, a joyous racing stable. The owner, Patrick Lynch Train, female apprentice, female record-breaking apprentice, Samantha Fletcher rides. Samantha Fletcher, as I had projected earlier, she has become the first female jockey in Jamaica to ride a triple of wins on one race card. El Professor was bred by Clinton Roden. Keith Cornwell is the groom. Don't see this horse with a winning chance, but could, if focus, get into your low order on the board. Number 2, Laban. Wouldn't say he's an improving sort, but he hangs in there and could again be part of the exotics, the low exotics that is. Number 3, Duke.
Check out KD's Vehicle Headlamp and Restoration. Our headlamps are fine sanded, buffed, and 9H coated with a 2-year guarantee. Price starting at $4,500. Internal restoration and modification starts at $8,000. To make an appointment today, call us at 876-824-6186.
Duke, a 5-year-old grey horse, is bred Casual Chick by Lady Macbeth by Bob. The Success Farm owns Gary Sabata trains the Cardenas rides. Michael Bernard, the breeder, Dwight Lawrence, the groom. Incidentally, Laban, 4-year-old Bay Colt by Sensational Sam for Trixie by Old Forester. Part owner, the trainer, Richard Azan, and co-owner, Lady Azan. Ham Stables Limited bred this one, Wayne Malcolm, the groom. Female apprentice Abigail Abel takes off a valuable £9. Number 4, Roger the Pilot, 5 will be off by Liquidity out of Magic by Alicia's. Owner Rome, Ian Pissard, the trainer. YS 965 Limited, the breeder. O'Shane Wallace, the groom. Omar Walker gets the call. Roger the Pilot has 57 kilos and has it all to do. Number 5, Makeup Artist, 4 Bay Philly by Adore the Gold out of Lipstick Lily by Master Command. Carlton Watson owns this one. Jason DaCosta trains, Anthony Thomas rides. Marcus Dobdell, the breeder. Krista Anthony The groom, makeup artist, ran 6 times and lost only once. That was against overnight allowance horses on the 4th of August, going 7.5 furlongs, was installed as 4-5 favourite, led but floundered quickly and finished 7th, 16 and a quarter lengths behind Sentient, Roy Rogers, and Legality. That's a lot of support, 4-5 against those horses. And 6 furlongs on last, going 111 and 4/5, winning easily, is a lot of class, as she won by 6 3/4 lengths. She has to improve because she'll be having some speed. How much as she improves will be left to see. But she will definitely ensure that the first 5.5 furlongs will be truly contested, and who knows, she could win. Number 6, God of Love. 5-year-old beginning by the goals of Shanda D, by the Wildcat, Vincent Blaine, the owner, Fitzgerald Richards, the trainer, Romar Spencer Rice, taking off 4 kilos. Can he take off all 4 kilos? I hope so. Ham Stables, the breeder, Nicholas Barnes, the groom, seemingly not himself of late, but was freshened by his trainer. And look at his old self on the exercise track. Saturday 25th of September, out the gate, first 4 furlongs was 46 3/5. And wasn't all that pushed in the earlies, but was asked a bit in the latter part and ended up in 1 minute and a 5th. As I said, God of Love did look his old self on that occasion. Number 7, She's a Wonder, facing her stiffest test to date and up against a lot of speed. She is bred by Burn Identity out of Jamaica's Dream by Southern Alo, and was born April 4th to be Philly. Bred by Karen Passard is part of Paradise Racing, also in Passard. Richard Zan, those were the breeders. Interesting syndicate of who bred her. Anyway, she's owned by Karen Passard, Henry Pratt. Those two own this small filly with a huge heart, and they do well in the classics, especially in her sex group. She handled stablemate Father Patrick easily on the 26th of September. That was a Sunday, 6 furlongs, when she finished 115 and 2/5. Father Patrick was 115 and 4. I'm hearing a lot of talk that she's going to win and everything, but I'll be shocked. Can't say she can't. I'm not saying she can't win, but I'll be shocked because she has to improve a lot to come up against these good horses and better them, especially from its outside draw and at 6 furlongs sprinting. Well, let's see. Number 5 for me, reluctantly, makeup artist from number 3, Duke. Number 7, She's a Wonder. Number 6, God of Love. Funny race. I don't know why I chose makeup artist, but I'm just going for her. Final race for Native Folding Up, who've never won 3 horses, as well as imported Folding Up, who've never won 2 races. 7 furlong 400 meters, 15 horses were declared. Number 1, Angelos, ran well enough on last. That was on the 15th of September, up in grade, going 7.5 furlongs and finished 3rd, 4 3/4 lengths of Versatile Vision, No Identity with her again. Showed how improved she is at present. Has it all to do, though, from this inside post, at least for the win. The 2K boy closed from way off the pace the last time this chestnut court ran. That was on the 18th of September, going 6 furlongs, and was turning to the stretch almost second to last, and close to get fourth, 2 lengths behind Speechless, the out-of-class Speechless, and the very fit Lava Boy and Chitu Prince. Okay, Boy, if comes in a similar stead, should be very dangerous. And congratulations to Bedford Smith, whose table is showing some form, a deserving form, for a trainer and horseman who integrity is one off, if not the top, at Caymanas Park. He and trainer Cleveland Mitchell. Number 4, all Warfels, figure 8 is off, but make sure your eyes are not off, especially in the lower order of your exotics. Number 6, Colin Blair. Last 2 races this horse ran very good and improved. Much like now, change of jockey. Colin Blair should give a good account of himself. Number 7, Ajita seems to be a very slick customer. When focused, she will run very light tomorrow and suited by this trip. Had betted No Identity easily on the 19th of June. This is a different No Identity now though. Let's see if Ajita will be focused for a good display. Number 10, No Identity, has improved. Finished second, 3.5 lengths to Versatile Vision the last time this horse ran. Up in grade a bit, Oman Walker remains, and No Identity still looks good on the exercise track. Number 11, I Diplomacy, very interesting horse. In that race, well, this horse ran against almost all the horses here in that race at Versatile Vision 1 on the 11th of September. It's strange that there are at least 3 horses on the race card tomorrow that Robert Halladine almost always is on. Yet he's going a kilo overweight. Well, it's not a weight problem, but he's light if the 53 kilos declared here is correct. To ride High Diplomacy is only rider on the card. I don't know what is happening. Let's see why he gets this ride, his only ride, his sole ride, and it's in the last race. Number 12, Tomahawk came off a Sojourn and ran 1 pace on the 18th of September without the tongue tie. That's his customary equipment. The tongue tie is back, and Anthony Thomas replaced Jove Ellis, who rides stablemate number 13 of the Wall Links. Number 15, Sweet and Smart, ran really well when meandering up the stretch just last week. Well, in this week, the 27th of September, going 5.5 furlongs, finishing 4th, 2.5 lengths behind Alexis Lodge, Lava Boy, stablemate, and Chitu Prince. It's capable of another good display, as you can forgive. Well, I can tell you on the 5th of July, the race that she won, breaking her maiden by a neck, beating Sniper Man and Dee's Choice, shouldn't have started because she had an injury in the gate. And before the rider could notify the starter, the gate flew open and she won. Fairly well-bred horse, a nice horse, could upset. For me, in the final race, I would say it's a tricky race. I'm selecting though, number 15, Sweet and Smart, number 10, No Identity, number 2, K-Boy, number 7, Ajita, if she shows up, number 6, Colin Blair, and number 11, High Diplomacy, in that order. Well, for the Trainers Championship, trainer Anthony Nunes is leading Jason Acosta by $1,208,195. Jason Acosta has momentum and has a lot of horses running. I'm understanding that Anthony Nunes will be unleashing his charges starting next week. Well, let's see what will happen. Very interesting happenings at Caymanas Park. Well, you can see it, smaller fields and all sort of things. I don't know what will happen next, but let's hope that what happens next will be positive for everyone. We love our horse racing, and we don't want it to be alike in Trinidad. I'll always say horsemen should run horse racing. Businessmen should run business. Horse racing has become a business, and that's why it's on the edge. Anyway, take care and happy punting.